Hello students, welcome back. Ready for examples? Okay, here we go. We're looking for an inverse matrix. Let's begin with the simplest one. Relatively simple one. Okay. Here is the setup. We begin with the matrix and the identity. So blue is the original matrix and red is the identity. And we are using this color coding, of course. A to I computation versus I to A inverse computation. Blue and red. Those are parallel. Okay, let's begin. First, we switch the second row and first row. R1 and R2. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. And then let's copy and paste this one over to the first row. And then the first row comes down to the second row. Is this computation. And of course, we have to do exactly the same thing to the red matrix. That's the idea of parallel computation. Okay, did we switch okay? Well, there's one good way to check. Okay, I did it right. And this is where you are right now. Next, let me get 1, 0, 0. So how do you do that? Multiply 2 to the entire row and then add up to the second row. That'll kill up this 2, and that's what this one is all about. So ready for that? Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Multiply 2 to this, so this becomes 2, 2, 4, and then 2. That's what this is. Multiply by 2 and add up to the second row, so that becomes 0. And then negative 2 plus 1, that's minus 1. And 4 plus 2, that's 6. And if I add up, that's 2, isn't it? That gave us the second row. The first row, as a matter of fact, I didn't have to change anything. I shouldn't be changing anything, so let's just copy and paste the previous. And then that's this computation. Now let's kill off this 3. So multiply 3 to all these. Two times 3, that's 6, and multiply by 3. And then, oh, it's subtraction, so I should be multiplying by negative 3. So all these are now opposite signs. And then let's add them up. So negative 3 plus 3, that's 0. Positive 3 minus 3, that 2 is 0. Negative 6 plus 4, that's negative 2. And then add them up, that's minus 3. Did I get the third row correctly? Of course, first row should not be changing, so let's copy and paste those back. And this is a conclusion of step 3. Did I do this right? Compare. Is everything right? Okay. We are up to here. Now 1, 0, 0, that's done. So let's go to the second column. And I want this one to be 1, so that we want 0, 1, 0 in the end. So that's going to be easy. All you have to do here is to change the sign. Multiply negative 1, multiply negative 1, multiply negative 1, multiply negative 1. So did I do this right? Of course, that was the simplest computation yet. Okay, we are up to here. Next. Let's see. I must kill off this one. So let me add 1 to this one, and then that'll become 0. Make sense? So R1 plus R2, and then replace to R1. So add up, so that's 0. Add up, so that's minus 4. Add up, that's minus 1. Add up, that's minus 1. Did I do this right? Let's check. Did I do this right? Okay, so far so good. So this is where we are right now. We have 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0. Shall I make this into 1? In order to do that, I have to divide by 2. I don't like that computation. So let's kill these off first. So how do I do that? Multiply by -2 and add them up. Make it positive 4 and then add them up. That certainly kill off this -4. Let's go ahead and do that. So multiply by -2, so that's plus 4. Multiply by -2, that's plus 6. That's -2. And then I'm adding up. So that becomes 0. And I'm adding up to 0. Adding up 6 minus 1, that's positive 5. And then adding up, I'm going to get -2. Did I get the first row correctly? Once that's done, third row comes back to where it was because I'm not supposed to change it. That was just transient step, temporary step. Let's do this one. Multiply by -3 and then add. So multiply by -3, that's positive 6. Multiply by -3, that's positive 9. That's -3, and then add them up. Of course, that's 0. Add -2 plus 9, that's positive 7. And add, that's -3. Do I have the second row correct? And of course, I'm not supposed to change anything to the third row, so I'll just copy and paste. And is that right? That's what I had previously in my answer key, and everything checks out, so it looks like everything is going well. Okay. And final step, divide this one by -1/2, and this will become 1, and that will become, let's see, that's gonna become 1, dividing by, let's see, -2, so that's gonna be just positive 3/2, and this is dividing by -2, so it will be -1/2. This should be the final solution. Let's check. Does it check out with my answer key? Yes, I didn't make any mistake. And then there's one more checking. Through computer algebra system, clear this variable a and then define this a. How do you define? Brace open and then first row, second row, third row. So -2, 1, 2, 1, -1, 2, 3, -3, 4. All these should be braces and then commas. Represent the matrix form, and then we get what we want, and then matrix form of the inverse. That should be the final answer, and that checks out.